Now on CoastTV News.
First Holy Mass, the theme stressed in Pope Leo XIV's first homily.
Helping the less fortunate, that is the mission Catholic organizations say they and the Pope are committed to.
And thanks to abundance of sunshine we're expecting over the weekend, not where we are right now, we're looking for a warmer week ahead of us for Mother's Day.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
The Catholic Church celebrating the first Mass from Pope Leo. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with Pope Leo XIV's first day.
Pope Leo XIV celebrated first Mass, as you just saw, as pontiff today. The first two Bible readings for the Mass are in English and Spanish. That's a reflection of the new Pope's personal history. In his first homily, he urged cardinals to make themselves small, echoing the humble approach of predecessor Pope Francis. He also prayed for peace. Here's some of what he had to say.
And indeed, not just with me, but with all of us, my brother cardinals, as we celebrate this morning, I invite you to recognize the marvels that the Lord has done.
The Pope's first address mentioned helping people who are suffering. His charitable devotion is mirrored by local Catholic organizations. CoastTV News reporter Zakia Jennings is live in Bethany Beach. Zakia, organizations you spoke with today say they feel connected, serving the same mission as the Pope.
Charlie, the organizations I spoke with say that mission is spreading the gospel, sharing the love of Jesus Christ, and helping those in need. The papal name Leo is seen as a commitment to helping the less fortunate, and it is that same commitment that Catholic churches and organizations here along the coast share. In St. Anne's Catholic Church in Bethany Beach, a crucifix hangs high for all to see. Tish Gallu is a member of this church and also the president of the St. Vincent de Paul Society of the Council of Wilmington.
We are a group of friends guided by gospel values, growing together spiritually in service to those who are in need in our communities.
Gallu says she was overcome with emotions as she learned who the Pope is.
Was tense. And exciting all at the same time. But then learning that it was Pope Leo and that he was from America, and learning more about him, that was just a little overwhelming.
Gallu says she believes the papal name Leo XIV was chosen as a reflection of Pope Leo XIII, who she says understood the importance of helping people and spreading the gospel.
It's not a volunteer, I think I'm going to volunteer at the food pantry. No, it's a calling from God to be part of this mission to go out to the world.
A calling she says resonates with her and the work she does. Bob Krebs is the communication director for the Diocese of Wilmington, which oversees Catholic charities.
I think the universal reaction was shock, because many of us thought that we would never live to see a pope from the United States.
He says the Pope epitomizes their mission.
To feed his sheep, to feed Jesus' sheep, to be there to help the people of our parish or our diocese, to help the poor, to feed the hungry, to do all those things that Jesus calls us to do.
Krebs says he's overcome with joy to have yet another Pope with a commitment to the people. Local Catholic organizations and churches say they're looking forward to continuing that mission and saying a prayer for the Pope by name. Live in Bethany Beach, Zakia Jennings, CoastTV News.
And there is another local connection to the Pope. Listen to this. Jim Martin, a man known for helping the homeless in Georgetown, attended the same seminary as Pope Leo, just 4 years apart.
I never met him now. I'm going to be clear about that. I never met him. But I mean, we walked down the same pathways. You know, the seminary program was back in the woods behind Villanova. And I know we walked back down the same pathways together. You know, not together, but you know, he walked all those same paths that we walked, you know, so. And I'll tell you what, it really set me up for what I'm doing now, because I always had a mission for helping the poor, even as a very young person.
Tonight we are learning more about Pope Leo's ties to Peru. Take a look at this. This is his Peruvian ID card posted by Peru's immigration agency on X following the announcement of his election. He obtained Peruvian citizenship in 2015.
In Peru, some people are already calling Leo XIV our Pope. He worked there for more than a decade, which he later described as his most influential life experience. Peru's president is calling his election a historic moment for both her country and the world. Here's what locals in Peru have to say.
I feel very proud because he represents us now in the Vatican, and I hope that he'll stay there for long.
It was a surprise to learn that a Peruvian American Pope was elected. It was incredible news because nobody was expecting this.
Before heading to Peru, Pope Leo was born in Chicago. The first American pontiff is the youngest of 3 boys raised in a suburb just south of the city. The siblings say they spoke the night before the conclave, even doing Wordle and playing words with friends together to help keep the future pope occupied.
I said, did you watch the movie Conclave so you know how to behave? And he had just finished watching the movie Conclave. So he knew how to behave. Others in Chicago known Prevost or know Prevost from his time at the Catholic Theological Union, where he earned his master's in divinity before being ordained as a priest in 1982. And this brings us to our Coast TV poll for today. We want to know, what's the most interesting thing about the new pope?
Let's take a look at the results so far. Take a look at your screen. 39% say that he's an American, but 34% say it's his emphasis on charity. Villanova alum, dual citizenship, and math major. That was my vote, getting a little bit of the vote.
That one did catch my eye. We have a comment today from Eric in Millsboro. He says, quote, "It's an honorable position to be a first as an American. Is a privilege and tremendous weight on his shoulders because of the present issues going on in America and other countries," unquote. Now, if you haven't voted yet, if you want to vote, if you want to leave a comment, go to CoastTV.com or use our Coast TV mobile app.
Let's go ahead and take a live look right now outside into Laurel as we check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, on our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. And what we have right now, we've had some early morning rain. And we talked about the fact that it wouldn't be much in the way of the amount of rain, but it's been kind of drizzling throughout the entire day. In Dover, we're still staying very cloudy at this point, with temperatures expected to fall into the upper 50s by later tonight, with a bit of clearing expected to occur in Dover now that the rain system has pushed through, because with the exception of Ocean City, where we came in close to an inch thus far, we've only had 1/4 of an inch recorded in Georgetown officially, just over 1/2 inch recorded officially in Cambridge. And here's the status of where we are right now. Cloud cover staying a bit on the thick side and the lower portions of the atmosphere. So we still have that very damp feel throughout the rest of the evening time, but that's going to be slowly clearing as well. Coming up, we're going to talk about just how warm and wonderful it's going to be for Mother's Day. Charles.
Thank you, Paul. The Georgetown-Lewis Trail, it's in its final stretch. DelDOT officials awarded a bid of roughly $17.5 million to a contractor to complete the final phase. Once that's complete, the total trail will be 17 miles. The final portion is 6 miles between Fisher Road and Airport Road. There's no set start date, but once work does begin, it's scheduled to take a little more than a year.
It's happened again. Radar screens at Newark Liberty Airport went black early Friday morning. According to the FAA, the outage lasted only 90 seconds, but it's still a troubling development in the wake of revelations that controllers lost radio contact with pilots flying into the airport in recent months.
Now we have had multiple ones, November 6, April 28, now this, plus likely others that we haven't learned about.
The late April outage lasted about 90 seconds and left Newark air traffic controllers trying to guide incoming flights while in the blind. When it was over, actually, a number of controllers took immediate trauma leave.
President Trump is signaling he's open to cutting back on his 145% tariff on China. NBC's Yamiche Alcindor shows us how this comes as the president is pressing lawmakers to get a budget done, even if that means taxing the rich.
Today, President Trump hinting he may soften his stance on his trade war with China, posting online, quote, 80% tariff on China seems right, up to Scott B. Scott B is Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who is heading to Switzerland along with Trade Representative Jamieson Greer for the first high-level trade negotiations with Chinese officials since the president's new tariffs.
We're seeing extreme respect, treating both sides with respect. We're seeing collegiality and also sketches of positive developments.
The president's latest comments are an about-face from his position earlier this week.
Are you open to pulling back your tariffs in order to get China to the negotiating table?
No.
President Trump has announced tariffs on nearly every country in the world. And last month, he imposed a whopping 145% tariff on Chinese goods. China retaliated with its own 125% tariff on U.S. exports, leading to higher prices for American consumers. And yesterday, President Trump, under pressure to make trade deals, announced the framework of a deal with the United Kingdom. Both he and the UK Prime Minister praised it as a landmark agreement. But the details still need to be worked out. And President Trump admitted that the deal had been in the works for decades, a sign that trade deals take a long time.
It's a great deal for both parties.
President Trump also appears to be backtracking on taxes. 3 Republican sources told NBC News that he privately urged House Speaker Mike Johnson to raise the tax rate on the highest earners. The last-minute request comes as House Republicans begin writing the budget bill. Lawmakers are trying to find savings in the bills to increase funding for things like immigration enforcement and defense spending, and to extend the president's 2017 tax cuts. Next week, the House Ways and Means Committee plans to write its part of the budget bill, as leaders hope to get the full budget passed by Memorial Day. But the bill faces an uphill battle, with some Republican hardliners pushing for more cuts. Yamiche Alcindor, NBC News, Washington.
A second chance, what specifically re-entry Delaware seeks to provide those who are trying to get back on their feet.
And this weekend, temps will be escalating to the 80s. More on the weekend warm-up coming up.
The weekend is calling, and we have the perfect itinerary for you, so stay tuned for your cool things to do.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Whether you're beach bound or train tracking, there's plenty on the agenda this weekend, and it is time to, well, it's really time to finalize those plans.
Coast TV's Christina Di Robertis might be able to help with your weekly lineup of cool things to do.
Well, get ready to ride the wave into the weekend. All the fun starts in Ocean City with the Northeast Regional Surfing Championship. Top surfers from Maryland to Maine are hitting the waves all weekend long from 7 to 6 each day, and it's totally free to watch in person on the beach or live stream online. Saturday in Dewey Beach, it's the 14th Annual Arts and Fun Fest from 9:30 to 3:30. Think local art, handmade goods, plus free parking. Over in Lewis, Train Day is rolling into the city. Celebrate rail history from 10 to 2 at Lewis Junction with speakers, displays, and activities. And if you're looking for a full-day event, the Cape Run and Fun Fest is also happening Saturday in Lewis. And we have an article up right now on CoastTV.com with all the details. Just look under Cool Things to Do.
Well, it's been a gray day all day long, but will become much brighter, much better, and much warmer as we go into this holiday weekend, because the holiday is this weekend, of course, Mother's Day. So we're taking a look at our gutter helmet camera. Ocean view, 64 degrees. We're going to drop to 59 at 8 as well as 9 o'clock. And right now, here's a look at what we have. We look at temperatures at 62 in Rehoboth, but also Long Neck, Dagsboro, Millsboro, as well as Georgetown. So 62 is our theme that's going pretty strong right now. The winds, by the way, moving out of the northwest, moving and gusting up to about 20 mile per hour gust force at Indian River Inlet. About 17 miles per hour gust we've recorded in Seaford. Now, with the winds in mind, we do have a current small craft advisory that's active from Lewis, Dewey Beach, Bottom Hills, Ocean View, as well as Fenwick Island. Now, this also applies to the folks in Ocean City, down towards Chincoteague, as well as the folks that are over in Cambridge, Nanticoke, as well as Winona. This is what we're watching out for, about 25 mile per hour winds along the beaches, so a little blustery. until Saturday, really until Sunday. So here's the basic movement of the cloud cover. We have low-level clouds that are in place for right now. We had a lot of just lingering moisture for the most part. That damp feel will continue for the rest of the night, although we will fortunately begin to clear off a bit. We still have some leftover precipitation that's going to slide through with the frontal boundary, really post-frontal scattered showers that's pushing through. By the way, a pocket of cold air is going to come visiting right off of the Great Lakes in case you're going to be traveling in that direction. Overnight, clear. Temperatures in the low 50s, 50 to 51 degrees, generally the expected situation for everybody. But the storyline for Saturday is breezy, beautiful, dry. Mother's Day, magnificent Mother's Day weather, sunshine, actually, and temperatures approaching the 80-degree mark. Now, tomorrow's not shabby either. I mean, we're looking at 72 degrees in Lewis, Georgetown, Millsboro, and that's actually close to the norm for this time of the year. 71 for us actually in Cambridge. And we're looking for a high of 72 in Ocean City, Berlin, and in Snow Hill. You see, we go into this late evening, we drop into the 50s, and then for Saturday, we're going to rebound into the 70s with a few scattered clouds by late evening, say about 8 o'clock. Sunday, we stay clear, moving up to about 80 degrees, and then we'll settle back into the lower 60s, lower 70s, and upper 60s later on. From Ocean Pines down to Snow Hill, we start off cloudy Saturday, and we stay cloudy going into the evening hours. But the winds continue to be a challenge out of the northwest pretty steadily, and we're beginning to shift. Saturday, 74, Sunday, 80 for the high, but the winds are pushing out of the north. Our chances of precipitation go on the increase Tuesday and Wednesday, and we have another closed-off low that's going to give us a skittish kind of pattern Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. You see Tuesday's green, Wednesday's green. Thursday, we have more of that green stuff, which represents the rain that we're expecting. So in summary, tonight, 49 with showers coming to an end, sunshine on tomorrow, and 74 degrees, then 80 degrees on Mother's Day. Magnificent and much, much warmer. Here's a look at your extended forecast. Let's enjoy this weekend because next week might be a bit of a soggy one.
Thank you, Paul. Dozens gathered in Dover today at the Re-Entry Delaware Fair, seeking a fresh start. State agencies and organizations offered veterans and community members access to job opportunities, legal services, and resources. Attendees also had the chance to visit an expungement clinic to learn how to clear their records, making it easier to find work and housing. Organizers say it's all about removing barriers and helping people rebuild their lives.
We can continue to have the traumatic stress in a lot of situations, even if folks they're in prison when they return. It's all a transitioning. And we want to address what those issues are. We want to bring support around resources.
Re-Entry Delaware says they hope to have more events similar to this in the future.
Moving to Millville, drivers there, you can expect an upcoming closure on Powell Farm Road. Starting May 19th, it's going to be closed between Roxana Road and Burbage Road. The road will be closed until May 30th for a crossroad pipe replacement. Coming up, jammed computer ports, metal objects, and now school evacuations. The viral challenge sparking real danger for students is up next. Listen to this. Maryland fire officials are warning people of a dangerous social media trend that has led to multiple fires and emergency responses in schools. It's known as the Chromebook Challenge. The trend involves students inserting metal objects like pencils or paper clips into the charging ports of laptops. As of May 5th, the Maryland State Fire Marshal has confirmed several incidents linked to the challenge, resulting in sparks, smoke, and in some cases, battery fires. Fire officials say some schools have been forced to evacuate, and students involved have faced disciplinary action.
Scammers are using AI to trick internet users, and now Google says it's beefing up its AI to fight them. The company says its artificial intelligence can detect tech support scams on computers. Those are annoying pop-up windows that claim your device have a virus. They try to trick you into clicking for tech support or downloading security software. Google is also updating its Chrome browser to identify scams in real time as users visit web pages. Let's go ahead and take one live look outside into Dover. One more check on your weekend forecast right after this.
Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. We'll warm to 74 degrees Saturday, but Mother's Day, hey, we'll save our 80-degree wonderful weather for Mom, because as we go into next week, well, that's not the weather for Mom.
All right, thank you, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.